Hello everyone and welcome to my The Young and the Restless official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The city hums quietly, but for Billy Abbott, silence is rare and fleeting. What begins as an ordinary day is about to explode into something that could change everything. Sharon Newman knows the truth. She's held it for too long. And now the secret she's been carrying like a ticking time bomb is about to detonate. Billy has a baby. It isn't just a revelation, it's a betrayal, layered in lies, secrecy, and missed moments. The weight of it sits heavy in Sharon's chest as she watches Billy move through his day, unaware of the storm approaching. At Crimson Lights, Sharon meets him quietly. The air between them is taut, charged, almost crackling. Her hands shake slightly as she reaches for the truth, the words she's rehearsed echoing in her mind. "Billy, there's something you need to hear," she begins softly. Billy glances up, expecting concern, maybe a warning about Victor or Phyllis. He's not prepared for this. His brow furrows. "What is it?" Sharon inhales deeply, her voice steady but heavy with emotion. "Your baby. People are starting to find out, Billy. It's out there now." Billy freezes. His heart stumbles in his chest. A baby. His baby. The secret he thought was safe is unraveling faster than he could have imagined. "Sharon, how?" His voice is barely audible. Fear and anger mix in equal measure. Sharon's eyes meet his, unwavering. "It doesn't matter how. What matters is it's out. And people are talking. They're speculating. You can't control it anymore, Billy." The cafeteria's soft clatter of cups and conversation fades around them. Time seems to slow. Every beat echoes in Billy's chest. He runs a hand through his hair, disbelief giving way to dread. This was supposed to be private, a fragile, sacred secret. And now it's a wildfire threatening to consume everything. Sharon leans in slightly, the weight of her words pressing him. "You can't pretend it doesn't exist. Not anymore." Billy shakes his head. "I never wanted it like this. I never wanted this exposure. But it's already here," Sharon says softly. Her tone carries no malice, only the quiet, sharp edge of truth. "And you need to face it, Billy, for yourself, for your child." The revelation hits Billy in waves. Panic, regret, fear, and then a flicker of clarity. This is bigger than him, bigger than his pride. He has a responsibility, one he can't ignore. Meanwhile, the news begins to ripple outward. Word spreads quickly through Genoa City as it always does. Friends, rivals, and foes alike begin to pick up on the whispers. Billy feels eyes on him everywhere. Every look, every word, every glance carries the weight of judgment. Sally Spectra senses the change immediately. When she finds Billy later, her hand lands on his arm, grounding him. "What's happening?" she asks gently. He shakes his head, pain and panic warring in his eyes. "It's out, Sally." "Sharon," she told people. Sally swallows, her heart aching for him. "Billy, your child." He nods, the guilt and fear evident in every gesture. "It's my fault. I wanted to protect him, but now," his voice trails, heavy with helplessness. The camera pans across Genoa City as whispers grow louder. Every corner, every office, every cafe. The secret is no longer secret. At the Newman Ranch, Victor watches it all with a predator's calm. He doesn't intervene, not yet. He knows chaos when he sees it, and this revelation has the potential to topple alliances, ignite rivalries, and shift loyalties. For Victor, it's fascinating, a subtle reminder that in Genoa City, every secret has consequences. Back at Crimson Lights, Sharon steps away, giving Billy a moment to process the whirlwind. She feels the gravity of what she's done. Exposing the truth wasn't easy, but sometimes honesty carries more weight than silence. Billy's mind races. He thinks of Jack. He thinks of Sally. He thinks of the fragile trust he's worked to rebuild. And at the center of it all, his baby. The night deepens. Shadows stretch across the city. Billy is left alone with his thoughts, the revelation burning in his chest like fire. One secret, once held, now unravels everything. And Genoa City watches. Every whisper, every glance, every subtle shift in behavior begins to shape the future. Because in this city, secrets never stay hidden, and betrayal, even unintentional, always finds its way to the surface. Billy knows one thing with certainty: the days ahead will test him like never before. Loyalties will fracture, hearts will break, and he will have to decide what kind of man he wants to be, not just for himself, but for his child. In the quiet after the storm, one truth echoes. Sometimes the hardest betrayals aren't from enemies. They come from the people you love, from secrets you thought you could keep, and from the choices you made to protect what mattered most. And for Billy Abbott, that choice is now inescapable. The city never sleeps, and neither do the consequences of secrets. Billy sits alone in his apartment, the weight of Sharon's revelation pressing on him like a physical force. The room is quiet, but every sound, the hum of the refrigerator, the faint honk outside, even his own heartbeat, reminds him that his life has changed forever. His baby, a secret he had clung to protectively, is no longer hidden. He thinks of Sally, of the fragile trust they rebuilt in those quiet morning moments in their robes. How can he be honest with her now? How can he explain that a part of his life, a part of his heart, was never hers to share, yet she deserves to know? Sally arrives, sensing the tension immediately. She studies his face, searching for answers. "Billy, talk to me," she urges softly. He exhales sharply, running a hand through his hair. "It's Sharon. She told people. My baby is out there now." Sally freezes, the words sinking in. Her eyes widen, not with judgment, but with concern. "Your baby? Billy, why didn't you tell me?" "It wasn't supposed to happen like this," he mutters, voice thick with guilt. "I wanted to protect him, protect everyone. But Sharon, she made it public. Now there's no way to control it." Sally reaches out, gripping his hand firmly. "We'll figure this out together, but you need to face it. And you need to be honest, especially now." Billy nods, though the dread in his chest grows heavier by the second. Meanwhile, at the Newman Ranch, Victor watches the chaos unfold with the patience of a man who has survived betrayal and learned to weaponize it. He doesn't need to know the details yet, he simply observes. Whispers about Billy's baby, the tension between Sharon and Sally, Phyllis's schemes, it's all moving exactly as expected. Victor has always known that secrets are powerful weapons, and now someone else's secret is giving him leverage, whether he chooses to use it or not. Nikki and Victoria glance at him, sensing his calculation. But Victor remains still, a coiled spring ready to strike when the time is right. Elsewhere, Phyllis Summers is deep in her own calculations. She updates Kane Ashby, recounting her latest maneuvers with Daniel. She's stalling, maneuvering, hoping to maintain control, yet unaware that her own alliances are shifting under her feet. Kane warns her that pushing too hard, too fast could backfire. "Daniel is cautious, Phyllis, but there's someone else influencing the game now," he says quietly, hinting at the ripple effect of Sharon's revelation. Secrets like this, they change everything. Phyllis's eyes narrow. She's always thrived on control, but even she senses the unpredictability. A baby, a secret revealed, loyalties questioned, power dynamics shifting. At Crimson Lights, Sharon watches Billy silently, the weight of her actions pressing on her as much as it does on him. She didn't intend for the truth to spread beyond the two of them, but she also knows that honesty is rarely painless. Billy finally meets her gaze, the storm in his eyes mirroring the turmoil inside her. "Why now, Sharon? Why not wait?" "Because it's out there now, Billy," she replies softly. "And you can't undo it. You can't protect it by hiding anymore. You have to face it. For your child, for Sally, for yourself." Billy exhales, the enormity of it all pressing down like a physical weight. "I don't know if I'm ready for this." "You don't have to be," Sharon says gently, "but you can't ignore it either." The camera pans across Genoa City as the night deepens. Every player, Victor, Billy, Sally, Phyllis, Kane, Daniel, Nick, Sharon, is caught in the gravity of secrets revealed, loyalties tested, and choices that cannot be undone. And then, as if to punctuate the chaos, Matt Newman sends his subtle, chilling reminder, a message to Nick about being missed in Los Angeles. His psychological games continue, threading tension through every storyline. Nick shows Sharon the text, horror and disbelief written across both their faces. The baby secret, Phyllis's schemes, Victor's looming vengeance, and Matt's manipulations, all converging, all colliding, all unstoppable. Billy stands in the middle of it, heart pounding, mind racing, knowing that the revelation of his child has irrevocably altered the playing field. Loyalties will fracture, trust will be tested, and the people he loves, Sally, Sharon, his child, Jack, will all be drawn into a storm they didn't ask for. Night falls fully over Genoa City. Shadows stretch across the streets, across the Newman Ranch, across crimson lights, across every corner of Billy's and Sharon's lives. One truth remains clear: secrets once revealed change everything. For Billy Abbott, the question is no longer about power or love or ambition. It's about responsibility, about facing the consequences of choices long hidden, about protecting what matters most, even if it means facing betrayal, heartbreak, and the unrelenting gaze of a city that never forgets. The games have only just begun, and in Genoa City the stakes have never been higher.